All right. We are going to get started here in just a minute. Carol, I've got you on. Can you do video yet?
No, I just unmuted. I have no
Okay.
video.
Oh, here, let me promote you to a panelist. And now can you do the video?
Can hang on. Here you go.
There we go. Yay.
Hey.
All right. All right, we have one person on Zoom. I can't tell on Facebook. Anyhow, it should be recording on Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and start actually recording. And thank you to everybody for agreeing to help us out with this test. We are, at the museum, we've had to cancel all of our events this year, basically. So we are looking into other options to do the events, especially our fall events, which are really so popular. So this webinar right here is going to be just a little bit of information, and it's actually a test for our Fall Arts and Crafts Fair. And by the way, I should probably introduce myself, although all of you know me because I personally invited you. But if anybody's watching this afterwards, my name's Kathy Hamblin. I'm the administrator for the Sedona Historical Society. I did start out as a volunteer in 1998 and became actually first paid staff in 2001, I think it was. So I've been there a little while. And we try to keep up with all the tech stuff, which enables us to do something like this. And that's a never-ending battle, as all of you probably know. But anyhow, we wanted to try to offer our Fall Arts and Crafts Fair is one of our most popular events. Our artists and crafts people are great people. They love to return every fall. And we were really so disappointed that we can't do it in person this year. So we're looking for another option. And so we're going to try to do this and see how it works. So this is our test. And Janine, if you can unmute yourself when you're ready, I will introduce Janine. She is our historian at the museum. She is also the board president of the Historical Society. And she can tell, Janine, are you ready?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So let me, Janine will tell you a little bit about what we're trying to do, what we've done in the past and what we're trying to do with the Fall Arts and Crafts Fair.
Great, thanks, Kathy. So again, I'm Janine, and I usually coordinate a very fun event in person and get to see all these great people live. But this year we're very sad we can't do this, but we're excited about creating an option. This Artist for a Day or Artist a Day program in October and early November is going to feature some of our usual artists and crafters who participate every year in Arts and Crafts Fair, and then a few new people that we've added to the list over the year. They're going to be live via this format. They'll be walking you through what it is they make, how they make the items, what's their inspiration. Maybe they use interesting products. And this will be your opportunity to support these local small artists and crafters by maybe doing some of your holiday shopping this way, and giving them a little support and a little income that they are missing out from so many fall events like this for the next who knows how long. I wanted to just share with you a little bit about some of the people who might participate and might be featured. We are reaching out to our artists and crafters right now, and we'll be putting together our final list and doing promotion on that. But some of the people who participated in the past and I can envision might participate in this event are quilters. We have several people who make lotions and potions and soap from goat milk. We have a lot of jewelers who do all kinds of things from glass beads to handmade items and paper products. We have painters, wood crafters, metal workers, a basket maker, people who make other things out of fabric like interesting pin cushions or artwork, people who do knitting, crochet, make pot holders and placemats, knit, scarves, hats, baby gifts. So we often have baby gifts. We have a pine needle artist and a gourd art maker. We also have Native American people, artists who do jewelry and sometimes knife makers. And that's, like I said, just a small sampling of what you might expect to see if you follow us and participate in these. So again, remember, this is going to be all about holiday shopping, maybe some things for yourself, even if you've been cooped up and you need to treat yourself with a treat, as we say. So Kathy, does that about cover what you had in mind?
Yes, it does. Thank you. We like the preview there of all the possible vendors and artists and craftspeople who will be joining us. All right. I'd like to introduce Carol Kahn now. Carol's been doing our social media posts, and so all those posts that you Facebook viewers have seen, Carol's been responsible for those. And I want to have her talk a little bit right now, and actually about the, there is a Q&A feature where our viewers can actually put questions. You can ask a question if you go down to that little box where it says Q&A. And we would appreciate questions right now. So, but anyhow, here's Carol to tell you a little bit more about the social media end of things.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. And thank you so much, Kathy, Janine, and Karen. It's nice to be here. I've been very fortunate to do the social media for the museum for, what is it, about almost 3 years, I think already, 2 to 3 years. And I've been involved in the festival, I think all 3 of those years, taking photographs and meeting all the craftspeople. So it's very disheartening even for me not to have a live, but I'm very excited to that we're doing something with the artists and looking forward to that. Social media is very important for the museum. Just FYI, over the years that I've been doing this, I've seen such an increase in people following us and participating and liking and even commenting on some of the things that we're posting. Just like I was just looking at to make sure about some of the posts that were just made even this past month. And one of the highest posts that we've ever done was the Schuermann wedding gown, which got a lot of viewership. And I loved that. On top of that, people even commented and gave pictures of a wedding dress that I think was someone's grandmother's from the 1700s. So, I mean, things like that are fun to communicate. I'm sure for the viewers, it's really interesting to see old photographs of Sedona. Some of them are family members, which they participate. I love that. I love people sharing a lot of photographs in their own family history. So it just becomes like a whole family unit. A lot of our followers are really from the state of Arizona, and a lot from Sedona and Cottonwood and Phoenix and down south in that area of the southern part of Arizona, as well as Flagstaff. So it's really interesting to really communicate with all of you. So it's very interesting to me. I love finding out not only about your history, but being able to contribute our history of Sedona with you. So so thank you for everybody who's participating, everyone who's watching. It's been fun. Kathy, do you want me to mention anything else?
If you could go over the Q&A just again real quick, if people could ask questions about the vendors or whatever, some questions you might think of.
Yeah, during our Q&A, it's going to be like a mini interview. So we're looking for any questions that you might have about some of the artists that you want to know about, maybe their process, their craft. You can just write down your comments and question and answers, and we'll make sure that we respond to some of your questions. So it's going to be a fun, interactive event.
All right, and we do have a question here. They asked, how will people pay the artists? Does the museum benefit? And what is the charge to the artists? How people pay the artists will be up to the artists themselves. They will each have to provide the information on how you can order things from them. And we plan on keeping these links up, by the way, for quite a while. So you wouldn't even have to do it on just the single day. And so you'd have to arrange with them for payment and how to get the things that you want. Does the museum benefit? That's a good question. The museum benefits by actually keeping up with the tradition of doing this annual event. It also keeps us in touch with our artists and crafts people, because we can't do it live this year. This gives them an opportunity, because I'm sure they're hurting too. Probably all of their events have been canceled, and this is usually a big time, for them to get their things out there. The charge to the artists, Janine, I'm going to pass that over to you. I'm not sure if we've come up with the exact amount or we're still working on that.
Yes, Kathy, we're only going to charge a minimal fee to our artists and crafters, only $10. And we're going to take that small amount of money and we're going to use it to buy promotion on Facebook. So the money will go right back into the event to make sure the artists and crafts people get the best exposure that we can from doing this. There will be no financial gain for the museum.
All right, thank you. And thank you, MCS, for your question. That was a really good question, and appreciate you asking that. If anybody else has any questions, about the Arts and Crafts Fair, if you have any comments about how this Zoom webinar looks, how we're doing, anything like that, we'd appreciate it. I'm trying to look at the comments on Facebook, and that's why I keep turning my video off so you don't see me looking down and, looking at my phone while we're doing this. And I would actually like to introduce you to Karen. Karen will be interviewing our artists and crafts people on these live events that we're going to do. So she would like to talk with you for a few minutes, introduce herself, and tell you a little bit about how that's going to go. There you go, Karen.
Hello, Kath. Hi, Carol and Janine. It's really good to see you guys tonight and be with you and hopefully help out the best I can with this. I'm not very tech oriented, but I love the Arts and Crafts Fair. I always have. I'm Kathy's sister, and our family is a pioneer family from Sedona as well. But anyway, my part in this is going to be contacting and scheduling with the vendors. And we're going to try and do it over a period of, like 3 or 4 weeks where we do, Janine and I will go through it maybe one every other day or something. We were thinking about our family is a pioneer from Sedona as well. Doing like 7 p.m. or so each night because we thought that might be a good time. But again, like Kathy said, we encourage any comments or suggestions as far as anything we say. Like if 7 is not a good time, let us know that, because I'll be in charge of scheduling these vendors and interviewing them. my question is will it be more of an introduction and then staying on with them while they're doing their presentation? That's what I'm wondering. I know that I have the part of, doing all the scheduling and arranging, but I wasn't sure about the actual live, like what part would I be doing, just introducing them and then staying on with them, and talking back and forth with them as they go through it. That's the way I understand it. So if I have any of that wrong, let me know. And the only other thing I would want to say about myself is that not only am I a huge fan of the museum, I always have been. My dad and us, we used to go to the Veterans Day thing every year. That's one of my favorite memories of it. And of course, seeing the Apple machine at work and attending a wedding there, things like that, But I'm very patriotic. I'm a Patriot Guard ride volunteer. And I also volunteer as an ultrasound tech at a pro-life clinic. So that's just a little bit about me. And I live in Peoria, so.
All right, Karen, yeah, I think you have it, the format. I think some interaction, not just introducing them and letting them, let them go on for a little bit, but yeah, I think we would like you to interact, like if you see something that,
Yeah.
looks really interesting or
if I think of a question that might be something someone's wondering.
Right, exactly. And yeah, and I'm sure you'll be inspired by the things that you see when they show their items.
Yes, you know me well.
Karen's a great shopper, so.
So the other thing too is I was telling Janine, Carol, this is more for your benefit and maybe give me some input if you have any, but I think it would be really great for most of the vendors if they have someone with them to assist in maybe bringing them items, having a price list available so that, and reading comments. Did you say, Kathy, there are going to be comments visible?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. Actually, comments will be visible on Facebook, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. I do have a couple of questions.
Are you kidding me right now? You're going to link this to Facebook?
It's it's live on Facebook right now, Kara.
How did you do that?
We've got 20 comments over there.
I gotta laugh at that because all that time we spent trying to do it on Facebook and now you're Facebook.
I know, yeah, exactly. So anyhow, if I could, and I just lost the feed again. Oh, there it is. Let me look at the comments here. And I think we did answer. Oh, the one-day event are ongoing. Sharon asked this. Sharon, what it's going to be, we plan on doing, multiple vendors, but each vendor would be on a different day. So, we don't have an exact number yet. We need to see how many, but, we're kind of calling it in-house. We're calling it 20 vendors in 20 days. So each day will be a different vendor. And it may not, we're not going to inundate you with a 3-hour webinar. It'll probably be a 15 to 30 minute webinar or interview with the one vendor at a time. And then on the links, we'll post links to whatever they give us for how you can contact them directly. I hope that answered that question. And let me see, someone else had another question. Sorry, my comments keep, shrinking, so I have to keep going back to it. And why can't I see all the comments? Anyhow, will it be recorded? Yes, we will record them. And we will probably post them also even on our YouTube channel. So we'll make them available for, a number of weeks, so you can, continue And we'll probably have Carol, do a Facebook post every once in a while to, point you to those videos so you can, view them again. Yes, Carol.
I have a question. I don't have to write it in the chat. I could ask it live. So, Kathy, is there going to be a share button during all of this so that people who are watching can share it with all of their friends?
I see one on my screen.
Do
There's a
you?
green button in the center on the bottom.
Oh, no, that's
Share.
a share screen. That's different. There should be, maybe one of our viewers, if they got on, usually when you get on, well, I know on Facebook you can share it,
Mhm.
Oh, if I click that,
Facebook right away.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So
I'm not
typically-
sure. Yeah, if you're watching it through Zoom, I'm
Mhm.
not sure how the sharing works on that.
Yeah, I don't think you could share it through Zoom, but what I was more concerned about, or not concerned, but just wanting everybody to know if you're watching this live and then you're watching the artist live, if they could share it with all of their friends. So then that way more people would be able to see what we're doing and know about all the artists as well.
Go ahead, Karen.
Actually, when I click on of course, I couldn't not click on the green share thing after you said that, but so I did click on it and it didn't put me in the screen. It gave me a lot of options here. It says share it to Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, Box, Photo, share a document, share a web URL.
Yeah,
share-
it's a totally different thing that you're talking about. That's like
Oh,
if I
that's
wanted
good.
to put a document up here to share with you, or
Okay, so like if I wanted to put like the vendor's website for them, I
yes,
could do that. Okay.
yes.
And am I the person that will be doing that?
Actually, we can edit later and put in links.
Okay,
Yeah,
that might be easier. Yeah.
yeah, that would be a lot easier, especially when we post them to YouTube. YouTube is very good about that, being able to post, some information and put links in there on
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so we had a couple more questions. Can you watch several at one time? And did you say one per day? Yes. It will be one per day. You can't watch several at one time. Well, I mean, if you had different devices, you could, but it's just like any Facebook video or Facebook post. When you go back, if you're watching it through, actually, I don't think we'll do actually Zoom where our viewers will be able to join the Zoom call. I'm not sure about that. We may or may not.
Suggestions would be good.
Yeah, but definitely on Facebook, you can only do one at a time. I mean, like I said, unless you've got two different devices going.
Then you need two different accounts, all right?
Yeah. And someone else answered our question. No, you cannot share on Zoom. So, which, is okay. That's, because you can share it on Facebook and you could share the YouTube link afterwards.
Right. So, Kathy, is this going to be archived? So on our social media feed on Facebook, typically after it's over, and if it's done live, then people can actually see it if they miss it, if it's not live.
It should be. That's my understanding of how it's going to work. We'll see.
At least
never
what
know.
they should, what I would suggest to watchers is take a screenshot if you see a website posted, and that way you'll have it at least, just take a quick screenshot. At
And
least
Okay.
Kathy, when we post these on YouTube, then people will be able to find them from our website, from some page that we'll set up where they'll be clicked through to the YouTube videos, right?
Yes, you can.
So if you watch one, you really like it, and 2 days later you decide, you know what, I'm going to do that. You can go to the YouTube page and you'll be able to find that show and find that vendor information and watch it again or whatever you want to do.
Right. Yes, and you can do it on Facebook too. I'm not sure how long Facebook keeps them, but you know. All right. Let me look back over here at Facebook. Yeah, Sharon says you can copy the link too. So yes, you could copy the Facebook link and she has shared this tonight. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Oh,
Will
boy.
it be recorded? Yes, it will be recorded as we were talking about, and it should stay up on Facebook, but we do have the recording also on Zoom and we'll post it to YouTube. All right,
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So I have a question for Janine real quick. What is the number at, is the vendor number still around 22 so far?
Yeah, that we've had about 20 of our existing artisan vendors express interest. And that was when we didn't have any real detail and timing. So now we'll be going out to them in the next couple of days, asking them to sign up. So I
Okay,
think
that's
we're
what I'm going to start
around
doing.
yeah, right around 20. And we'll for sure run them through Christmas so people can do holiday shopping.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start calling tomorrow.
Super.
I just wondered if, because I just thought of somebody else. My friend wasn't able to do it, but I have someone else that I know that does paintings, that actually two people that if you want me to, I will ask them. Is there a top, a max?
Nope,
Okay.
I don't think
So
so.
we-
Would we all get tired of each other, right?
Yeah.
How many interviews do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I don't think we keep on going,
Well, Kathy knows I could do it all, all the time. I love to talk. But so I will go ahead and ask those two people. So.
Well, thank you. And the one thing we will be very strong about is that this is all going to be handmade. So you're going to be talking and seeing the artist or the crafter, the product they're going to be talking about and showing, and that people will be able to purchase are going to be handmade items. We're not allowing anything imported. If it's handmade in Timbuktu, it's not going to be allowed on this show, in this series. So it makes it very special, very unique, and very authentic. And that will be one limiting factor too, to the number of people who can participate. They have to have the right kind of items to offer.
Okay. Very good then. I will get in touch with the two people that do painting and see if they're interested.
Super.
Okay, we don't have any more open questions on the Zoom that I can see, and Facebook, I don't see anything new. Unfortunately, I can't get to the older comments, so I will go back though on the Facebook and answer any questions if I missed them. But I think we pretty well covered everything. So I don't want to keep everybody forever tonight. So appreciate you guys helping out with this. Our anonymous attendee says, "Great job, gals!" Exclamation point. So
Thank you.
not bad for a first try. Good thing you guys didn't see our practice session. Anyhow, all right, thanks so much. And we will be posting stuff on Facebook. Our website calendar page will have stuff on it, and we will try to get a list of attendees. We may not get the complete list right off the bat, but we'll add to it as we get them on board. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
All right.
Everybody.
Good night,
Bye.
guys. Bye.